Liberal, a political ideology that generally advocates for social equality, environmental protection, and government intervention in the economy to address social issues. Liberals often support civil rights, healthcare reform, and progressive taxation. Conservative, a political ideology that emphasizes limited government, individual liberties, free markets, and traditional social values. Conservatives often advocate for lower taxes, less regulation, and a strong national defense. Libertarian, a political philosophy that emphasizes individual liberty, personal responsibility, and minimal government intervention in both personal and economic matters. Libertarians advocate for free markets, civil liberties, and non-interventionist foreign policy. Blue state, a state that predominantly supports the Democratic Party in elections. Blue states tend to have policies that favor progressive social and economic issues. Red state, a state that predominantly supports the Republican Party in elections. Red states often align with conservative policies and values. Battleground states/swing states/purple states, states where both Democratic and Republican candidates have similar levels of support among voters, making them crucial in elections. These states can swing from one party to another in different election cycles. Republican voting bloc, groups of voters who consistently support Republican candidates, often characterized by demographics such as white evangelicals, rural voters, and older populations. Demographic voting tendencies, patterns in how different demographic groups, such as age, race, gender, and income, tend to vote. For example, younger voters might lean more Democratic, while older voters may lean Republican. Gender gap, the difference in political preferences and voting behaviors between men and women. Women tend to favor Democratic candidates more than men do, often influenced by issues like healthcare and education. Political socialization, the lifelong process by which individuals acquire their political beliefs and values, influenced by factors like family, education, media, and personal experiences. Public opinion, the aggregate of individual attitudes and beliefs about political issues, policies, and leaders. Public opinion can significantly influence government policy and political discourse. Tracking poll, a type of poll that measures changes in public opinion over time by asking the same questions to the same group of people at different points. Benchmark poll, an initial poll conducted to gather information on a candidate's or issues standing before campaigning begins. It establishes a baseline for future polling. Exit poll, surveys conducted with voters immediately after they leave the polling place to determine how different demographic groups voted and to predict election outcomes. Reapportionment, the process of redistributing seats in the House of Representatives based on population changes from the census, ensuring representation reflects demographic shifts. Random sampling, a method of selecting individuals from a population where each has an equal chance of being chosen, ensuring that the sample represents the broader population. Differences in older versus younger generations. Older generations often have different political values and voting patterns compared to younger ones, influenced by varying life experiences and social issues. Generational effect, the long-lasting impact that major historical events have on the political attitudes of a specific generation, shaping their views and behaviors. Life cycle effect, the idea that individuals' political views may change as they age and go through different stages of life, such as starting a family, buying a home, or retiring. Public opinion's influence on branches of government. Public opinion can significantly impact legislative decisions, judicial rulings, and executive actions, as elected officials often respond to the preferences and concerns of their constituents. Wedge issues, controversial topics that can divide voters within a party, often used strategically to draw clear distinctions between candidates. Examples include abortion and gun control. Core values and liberal conservative perspectives on them. Core values such as freedom, equality, and justice are interpreted differently by liberals and conservatives. For example, liberals may emphasize social justice and equality of outcome, while conservatives may prioritize individual freedom and personal responsibility.